Foundation course English 2 University of Madras prescribed syllabus for second semester, and the units as such, if you check with the units, we have 5 units compiled together. Resilience, wherein which we have 2 poems: Don't Quit, Edgar A. Guest, Still Here, Langston Hughes short story, and then we have Engine Trouble, R.K. Narayanan, and with Rip Van Winkle we have Washington Irving as the author. Second unit, short stories, The Scribe and The Lady or the Tiger. The Scribe written by Kristen Hunter and Lady or the Tiger by Frank Strongton. And then we have poem The Road Not Taken, Robert Frost, and Snake, D.H. Lawrence. When you take the problem solving, it is a prose life story, How I Taught My Grandma to Read. And then we have Sudha Murthy's autobiography, How Frogs Went to Heaven, Tale of Angelo, and then The Wings of Fire, chapter 1, 2, 3 by APJ Abdul Kalam. Tenses, you have present, past, future, and concord. And then the first unit, fifth unit goes with the email, invitation, inquiry, seeking clarification, circular, memo. All this goes with minutes of meeting. So this is your whole stretch of the 5 units covered for semester 2 English, foundation course English, University of Madras. When we start with the first unit, we have resilience as our theme. So when we say resilience, what is this resilience called? Resilience means it's keeping up oneself without giving up or at any cost. Like you have to be very strong enough to not give up your life at any cost. In anything you should not give up. So now if you say Don't Quit by Edgar Albert Guest, when we see about the author, Edward Albert Guest was a British born American poet. He is popularly known as a people's poet. His poems were inspirational and had a positivity of day to day life. So you could see this in general. Edgar Albert Guest is a British-born American poet, popularly known as a people's guest. His poems were inspirational and had a positivity. So very nice author. He is a British-born American person, and you could see positivity in his poet. That is what is very important in his poem. And when things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you are trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, and you want to smile but you have to sigh, when care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. So very nicely the author goes with a kind of pronunciation, rhyming skills, all this comes over here, the schemes there. You could see when things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you are trudging seems uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, and you want to smile but you have to sigh, when care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. So you can read this and you can improve your English. For improving your English, this lesson is given actually. And one more important thing for this is you have some rhyming schemes plus beautiful words which will be easy and unforgettable by you. It says you're not supposed to give up at any cost. As you know, everything goes wrong in our lives. Okay, sometimes they say, Edgar Allan Poe says sometimes, but always we have something that is going wrong. And the road you're trudging seems all uphill. Trudging is when you're moving with, it is all going up the hill. No road seems to be easy for you to travel. Everything like it's steep enough to climb up the hill. Like how it is moving upwards. Like all your things are like seem to be very hard when the funds are low and the debts are high, and when you find your money becoming very less. Okay, but all the other debts which you have to be paying to people or your friends are becoming high, and you want to smile but you have to sigh. But at that particular time, what is this life? I don't know, like you just want to give a smile but you have to sigh. You have to come and you have to feel the pain over there. So that is the sigh. And when care is pressing you down ahead, rest if you must, but don't you quit. So okay, when the care is pressing you, that is your loved ones are coming and saying you like you have to do this, you have to do that, and you are pushed down, don't rest. Okay, you can just, if you want to take some rest, you rest, but do not quit. That is what he says. See, In the first paragraph explanation, when we got to see the first explanation, trudging is walking slowly, then Apple climbing up, sigh, breathe out of tiredness, debts owned money, and quit is leave. The poet says people who have troubles or problems, they may not seem as a common one. It may happen to go wrong. Men may fall apart sometimes, they have to live with the situation. It may seem impossible to climb uphill as you seem to be far away, but it is just a simple road. The funds which you have may be insufficient, and at times you need to borrow or you become a debtor. You try to put up a smile, but it becomes a grin or sigh. Too many things in mind might make the person restless. The poet says that at such places you need to take rest, then take a break, but ensure to come back with all cheer, but never quit, or don't ever quit. So, very nice explanation for the first stanza where he says, don't quit. Okay, very important thing that you are not supposed to quit at any problem in life. Life is cruel with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns. And many a fellow turns about when he might have won, had he stuck at one. Don't give up, though the pace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Often the goal is nearer than it seems to a faint and flattering man. Often the struggler has given up when he might have captured the victor's cup, and he learned too late when the night came down how close he was to the golden crown. So, you should be very, very careful with this stanza. It says, life is cruel, life is strange, okay, with its twists and turns. Everywhere you see, life has its own strange, as every one of us sometimes learns. Okay, we have to learn from that strange twist and turns, and many a fellow turns about when he might have won, he has struck. Okay, he thought he would win, but he is struck there. He will not win. Don't give up, though the pace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. When your pace or when your actions go slow, don't give it up, please, because might be your success is very much near. With one more strike or with one more attempt, you might pass. So, don't give up. Often the goal is nearer than it seems to a faint and faltering man. Always it is like you see or you think that goal is very far. No, actually the goal is very near. Try to know that it is near and move forward. Often the struggler has given up when he might have captured the victor's cup, and he learned too late when he might came down. So, the struggler has given up when he might have captured. He must actually another one or two trials he had made means he would have captured it. But what happened? But what happened? The problem is he has given up. So the victory's cup is not with him. So he has known it too late. Another one more trial if I had made, I would have got it. Okay. So how close he was to the golden crown. He didn't even know how close he was to the golden crown, and he left the trial. So when you go to stanza 2, explanation. So queer, strange, pace a steady walk, faint, weak, faltering, hesitant. So you can see the answer. People will come to know that life is strange with its twists and turns. The realization comes to men when they lean after all the hardships that they could have won if they had gone a bit extra. A little extra at times of adversity helps one to succeed. The monotonous life will sometimes make us dull, uninteresting, and slow, but they should not forget that the same can be achieved if you take a blow a time out to sustain. A person who is weak and hesitant and does not understand that the goal is near. The step taken towards reaching a goal is often one leads to the destination. Okay, the step is very near, but he would have left it off in that before he could reach that part. Destination is very near, so don't give up at any cost. This is what he meant to say over here in these lines. And when you go to the last stanza, success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt. They learn, and when you never can tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems afar. So stick to the fight when your heart is hit. It's when things seem worst you must not quit. Very nice. So hit to the heart, okay? Don't quit. It might hit you, it might give you a lot of problems. You might even get doubts whether you will reach the destination, you will reach the goal. But nothing like that. You can or you will reach it rightly, but at the same time the one concept that the quitting concept mustn't come to yourself. You should not quit. That is what Edgar Allan Albert Guest is trying to say. And when we come to the third stanza explanation, the same thing you could see. The people realize that when they were about to clinch the victory, but they have given up not risking themselves. Okay, they were about to take the victory, but the victory part, but they have not risked. Okay, they have not risked. It may come to their mind later at night when they could remember what if they have put up a tough fight instead of giving up. The golden crown was a touch away. They could have succeeded if they turned their failure into victory. So very nicely they are sitting. Now you, if you think it's a waste of time, because it was very much near to you, you've lost the golden crown. The silver lining of clouds cover the sun, thus masking the rays. But once the clouds disappear, the doubt of whether they could have done the task gives a clear way. So, if you have the doubt, then that is a problem. You can never tell the experience of how you were close to the victory, but the illusion of it make you believe as far away. Okay, no one, I was very clear to the victory point, but I couldn't make it. It is just an illusion. You didn't make it right. So, that after that, when you talk about it, it is a waste of time. The point urges that whatever happens, just stick to the fight and hard it